Hello friends, I hope that you've been well. If you happen to be new here, my name is Tina and I am an illustrator and creator based in Toronto. And in today's vlog, I am going to be showing you a little bit of everything from March all the way until July. And I will say it's a little bit of a mishmash because it's such a long period of time, but that just seems to be the way that I vlog. So you're gonna see me move from my old apartment into this apartment. I went on a long weekend trip to Montreal with my friends, and then I went to a couple different concerts. And then the most exciting thing I think of this vlog is I went back to Montreal for Montreal Comic-Con, and I show how I kind of prepped for it and a little bit of my experience at the con. And spoiler alert, it was very, very fun and I had a great time. So yeah, that's kind of what you can expect from the vlog. There's of course also some art making sprinkled in there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So enjoy and I'll see you at the end. Hello friends, this is the chaos that is my desk right now, but I wanted to come in and show y'all. I just finished this little drawing of my boy Jean. Oh, my nails match. That's fun. Yeah, I'm working on my February favorites spread. Really like how he turned out. This is my first time drawing some Attack on Titan fan art finally, and I went into the series thinking that Levi was going to be my favorite, but Mr. Horseman is definitely my favorite so far, and I really like this color palette. So I'm currently in the process of decluttering and packing, and I found this letter that I wrote to myself from 2011, which is wild. I had not read it or opened it since I had written it, and it is super cringy, kind of hilarious, and honestly quite heartwarming as well. It's really interesting to see into my mind at that time in my life. And I do want to share one little snippet that I thought was actually very cute. Anyways, I hope this was insightful to your 19-year-old mind. If anything, I'm sure it was entertaining. I hope you're happy. Whether or not you have a boyfriend, dream job, shitty job, living on your own, or back with mom, just keep trucking. Love, yourself from 2011. And honestly, I think that is so sweet. And I love that I was rooting for myself regardless of where I was at by the time I read this letter. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because I thought it was really cute. So this is the current chaos of my studio right now. I just got back from doing my last run of my shop orders, and I have been slowly, as you can see, emptying out my art supplies here. I'm going to spend pretty much the next week packing and probably going through a ton of music, vlogs, and podcasts while I do so. And yeah, I won't be vlogging too much of the packing process just because, as I'm sure many of you know and are familiar with, it is a very stressful endeavor to embark on. So I will try my best to do a little bit of it, but yeah, we'll see how much I get around to actually vlogging the packing. I'll probably do more when I'm actually moving into the new space. Okay, so I am officially moved into the new apartment and it is crazy and my feet are very cold. I literally went through all of these. I opened every single one of these boxes trying to find my freaking slippers, and now, ta-da, there they are. Finally. God bless. Aren't they the cutest thing? And the first thing I did after setting up the studio to a minimal degree was, of course, answer emails and get my computer set up. And my friends were so kind to help me build some of my furniture, and my friend brought me some flowers as a kind of housewarming gift, which was very sweet. And here I'm showing off some of my monthly favorites, which of course included some Attack on Titan and the Jujutsu Kaisen movie and some other music I had been listening to for the past couple of months. Which brings me to today's sponsor, NordVPN. Having a VPN boosts your online privacy and security, which means that third parties cannot spy on your online activity. Personally, my favorite feature of having a VPN is being able to access TV shows, movies, and other content from other countries very easily. Canada's Netflix only has the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan, but now all I have to do is open up the map, select Japan, and bam. Now I'm able to access all of the seasons and other TV shows that are not available in Canada. So if you want access to more TV shows and movies, follow my link in the description or go to nordvpn.com/imawonder to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount plus 1 additional month for free. It is risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guaranteed, so there is really no reason for you not to try a VPN. Within the midst of me unpacking my new apartment, I decided to kind of spontaneously go ahead and get my hair done, and I asked to go for a gray, which is a color I've been wanting to have for a very long time. I will admit it does sort of fade quite quickly and turns blonde again, so I've been having fun dyeing it different colors every so often. April was a pretty hectic month for me. I still only had my apartment maybe like half unpacked, but I decided to go on a trip to Montreal with my friends on the long weekend, and it was so fun and very much needed. I had not gone traveling at all since the pandemic, and even though Montreal isn't really that far from Toronto, it's still such a great feeling to be able to explore and go somewhere different. And on our way to brunch on the Saturday, we happened to stumble upon this place that was purely just a unicorn store. It was so random, but honestly, it was just so adorable the way that it was decorated and just really funny to see a store completely dedicated to unicorns. Going into the trip, we didn't really have a specific itinerary or any set plans. My 2 friends that I went with, they both used to live in Montreal, so they're quite familiar with the city. And so I think they had a couple of places in mind that they wanted to hit up. But overall, I was just there for the ride and happy to kind of go along with whatever they wanted to do. And honestly, a lot of it really was just spontaneous, and we would just pop in and out of places that we happened to walk by. And yeah, the trip was more or less filled with yummy food, cocktails,
a little bit of boutique shopping, and just checking out random stores. And I ended up picking up this really cute shacket, which is a shirt jacket or sweater jacket, whichever you want to call it. And it's this like lilac color, and I'm in love with it. And I think it's very, very cute. And we didn't actually go into the cat cafes, but of course I did have to take some of this footage of these adorable cats just chilling in the window, because I am a crazy cat lady, and we were dying. They were so cute. And I think the highlight of the trip for me was probably popping by the bar that my friend bartends at. And it just so happened to be karaoke night that evening, and we were living our best lives. I'm definitely still itching to go traveling again, but this was definitely a much needed little break from just being in Toronto for the past few years, and I'm very thankful that I got to go on this trip.
Hello friends, it is May 12th and it feels like it's been a very long time since we've spoken, or at least that I have spoken to the camera for the vlog, and I wanted to come in here and give y'all a little bit of an update. I have been in frantic mode trying to organize and decorate my studio space because I just filmed a studio tour, which if you haven't seen the video yet, it's probably up by now. And it definitely is still a work in progress, but for the most part, it definitely feels more official. It feels like my proper studio space now with the artwork up, and it just is a little bit more navigatable. And yeah, it's coming together and I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I also wanted to show y'all this new cardigan that I purchased recently from Steady Hands. I'll have the handle up on the screen here. But yeah, I'm adjusting pretty well to the new apartment. I am waiting on a couple of little essential things like curtains. Unfortunately, I don't have curtains right now, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, I hope that y'all have been well. And yeah, I just wanted to give a little update since it's been a while since I've talked on camera, I think, for the vlog. So yeah, catch you later. Hello friends, I am going to be doing something a little bit different. I've had a couple of people recently and over the years ask me about my makeup routine, which I'm very flattered by. And so while we are still an art channel, don't worry, I thought that, you know, in a vlog, it might be kind of fun to put makeup on with you.
So this footage actually was essentially a makeup tutorial. I narrate and provide advice throughout the entire process, but it ended up being 30 minutes long in total, and I recognize that is definitely not necessary for a artist vlog. But to my patrons, let me know if this might be something that you'd be interested in seeing, like the 30-minute uncut version maybe just for my Patreon page, because I don't know, I actually think I do provide some helpful tips and advice in terms of applying makeup, and I know that a couple of you may or may not be interested in that, so for my patrons, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, I think I've mentioned this in many live streams before that I actually really enjoy putting makeup on. I find it very therapeutic, and it kind of feels like an extension of the kind of artwork I make, because when I put makeup on, it feels like a transformation. It feels like I am basically painting and drawing on my face. So yeah, if you happen to find this kind of footage interesting, let me know and I will continue to add a little bit of makeup filming in my future vlogs, because I don't know, I find it really fun, and I definitely understand the appeal for makeup influencers to make that their career, because it's very fun.
All right, so that's my usual makeup routine. I hope that this was informative or interesting or entertaining, whichever. Yeah, I'm gonna go get changed, and now I'm gonna go get ramen and have some drinks.
And for my fellow armies, it was the 9-year anniversary for BTS, and there were a number of different events throughout the city to celebrate. And so my friend and I went ahead and checked out this cafe that had super cute decorations. They had these special cookies with the BT21 characters. You could get little photo cards. I got my biased Jungkook, which I was very excited about. And we also went and got the bubble tea, which was very good. And the decorations here were just incredible. And everyone was so sweet. I love this little fan community. It is just very, very wholesome. Here I am working on packing up my monthly Patreon rewards. For those of you who don't know, Patreon is a platform that I use to mail out a postcard and sticker every month to my patrons, and they get a different design every month, and it is open internationally. It is included within the price. And not only do I have physical rewards, but I also have digital tiers as well, where you get an exclusive video and you get to see into my sketchbook and just general extra content that I don't post on YouTube or Instagram. And I do want to take this opportunity to give a extra thank you to all of my patrons, whether you are a patron now or you used to be a patron of mine. When I was applying for this new apartment, they were very skeptical of giving it to me because I'm a self-employed artist, but being able to show them actual receipts and proof that I make a steady income from Patreon and YouTube really allowed me to secure this place. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me as an artist. It really is a dream come true. Finally, now for some drawing footage. I have been wanting to do Demon Slayer fan art for quite a long time. I technically have made a couple of drawings in my sketchbook before, but nothing that felt really proper that would be turned into merchandise in any way. And since Montreal Comic-Con was around the corner, this was the perfect excuse for me to make something that would be able to be sold at the con. And so for those of you who are following me for a while, you'll know that I've done these very fun and colorful marker and color pencil portraits with a few other series already. I've done My Hero Academia with this Band-Aid and sticker decorative moment before, and then I've also done Jujutsu Kaisen characters that I gave a more K-pop, J-pop vibe. And so with the Demon Slayer characters, I decided to go for the stickers and Band-Aids since I think it suits their characters a little more since they are kind of younger, and I just think that it's really fun to include certain motifs that suit the characters within the sticker designs that I choose. And yeah, if you are interested in knowing more about this process, I have a video that I dedicated to going through breaking down all the steps that I take when I make portraits like this. And I also have a live stream of working on a portrait like this as well. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, I have them linked in the description.
Hello friends, excuse the slight mess on the desk here. I am very busy right now, so I just can't be bothered to clear the table. But I really wanted to come on and do an unboxing or unpackaging of this beautiful handmade watercolor set I recently received in my P.O. box from Courtney. People are really going all the way with their packaging, and I'm so impressed by that. Oh my goodness, wow, this is nice. It comes in a little tin. So this is Courtney's handle here. Oh my gosh, the candy is such a cute touch. Oh, I love coffee flavored things and coffee, so this is exciting. Oh my gosh, there's so many. And look at the wrapping. Oh my god, I love that the wrapping, it looks like candy. It reminds me of candy. Courtney, thank you so much. This is so many. Wow. So Courtney did email me prior to sending these to me, and they asked me if there were any colors that I was interested in, and I believe I had listed 3 colors. So this is insanely generous of you. Thank you so much. I am so excited to try these out. So I opened them all up here, and I looked at the email again, and I recalled these are the 3 colors that I had asked for. This is Mars Red Yellow shade, which is a kind of warm brown color. I asked for Courtney's Gray, which is like a purpley gray shade. And then this one, which is Rouge Tulip Cadmium, which is kind of a corally color, which actually looks very similar to this nail polish color that I've got on. And then there is the ones that were very kindly sent to me in accompaniment. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually swatch these.
Many of the colors were really, really pigmented, and they wet really well on the little pan there. So I'm really looking forward to trying these out a little bit more in the future. And I honestly find swatching colors to be so satisfying. And it had been a while since I'd received new paints. So thank you again so much for sending these over to me. I'm so excited about them. And as I moved into this new apartment, I, of course, wanted to decorate it in a way that felt the most me. So it took a little while for this new coffee table to arrive, but it finally did. And it is a marble tabletop, so it is quite heavy. So shout out to Elise for helping me put it upright. I definitely would not have been able to do it myself. And she and I enjoy getting together pretty much every other week or so, and we like to drink, watch anime, and gush over BTS. So I decided for the occasion I would make us these really fun soju calpico cocktails with frozen strawberries. They were a perfect summery drink. I will say I probably could have fixed the ratio here and put more soju in and made them a little bit stronger, but overall I really, really enjoyed them, and they were quite delicious.
This is the current chaos of my studio space right now. I am in the middle of getting ready for a convention that I haven't done conventions in so long, so I've been purchasing new things to get ready for that. But I've also been trying to very manically, rapidly make new merchandise for it, since I haven't really been in the convention scene for a long time. So I've been doing a bunch of these really fun marker and color pencil portraits to make a bunch of postcards out of. And so I've been doing some Demon Slayer ones. I just finished this one of Inosuke, which I am actually quite happy with how he turned out. And then next up is Nezuko. And you would have seen me working on Zenitsu earlier, and I also had done Sweet Baby Boy Tanjiro. So that's the 4 Demon Slayer ones that I will have ready for Montreal Comic Con. And then I really needed a bag to pack some of my actual like clothes and toiletries and stuff for this trip, since it's going to be in Montreal. And so I grabbed this and this duffel bag, and it's really spacious. Of course, I had to get it in pink. And then I also picked up these crates that I really love the aesthetic of them, and I just think they're so cute. And I think they will actually be really good for convention display options, since it collapses really flat, which is great for packing and traveling with them. And then they also look super cute since I got fun colors. So they open up like this, and then I just snap them into place. And yeah, and then they can house merchandise, and otherwise they can also I can flip them over and use them to elevate display options as well, which I think will be great. So yeah, I'm waiting on, I got a tablecloth as well, and then I got a smaller size of these as well. So yeah, been very busy, but looking forward to getting back into the convention scene.
When I make traditional work and want to make them into prints, I scan them and then I bring them into Photoshop and edit them slightly so that they are just a little bit more true to what they actually look like in person. So usually I just adjust the levels, the saturation, and fix up any little imperfections. And then I really wanted to make some more sticker sheet designs. So here I am working digitally, which is not something I do very often, but I decided to go ahead and make these really cute BTS X BT21 characters. And I honestly was so pleased with how they turned out. I don't normally work in a style like this, but it just felt appropriate for this combination, and I thought they were really adorable. So I turned these into stickers, and I'm also going to be making them into a couple of other merchandise items in the future, so look out for that. For the process of this, it is so simple, it's not even really worth explaining. There's so many more thorough Procreate tutorials out there, but I will say to color the line art here, I select the layer and turn it to alpha lock, and that's how you're able to color just the line art the way that I'm doing here. So that's kind of the main tidbit, but overall my Procreate process is very simple.
So I finished all of the designs and I think they look pretty cute, but I am now having the struggle of getting them all to fit on the sticker sheet size, and I don't want to make them too small, so I'm trying my best to Tetris them in as best I can, but 7 is definitely an awkward number to work with when trying to Tetris them in here. So fingers crossed I can get them to fit without having to downsize them too much, but we shall see. But yeah, I did all the designs on Procreate, and then I saved them as a PSD and then brought them into Photoshop to rearrange them like this.
And now moving on to some more tedious convention prep. Here I am preparing all of my sets for my Sailor Moon stickers that I have. There are 10 designs in total, and so I sell them individually as well as a set together. And just to make things a little bit more efficient, I like to pre-pack the sets in advance, and I'm putting them into these little glassine bags and then sealing them off with a little piece of washi tape. And now I am working on figuring out a organized system for all of my different sticker sheet designs for the convention. And I am using this box that I received from one of the many orders I've made through Jukebox for my Patreon prints. And then I'm using just these like scrap cardstock sheets of paper to create dividers, and basically that way I can have them separating all of my different sticker designs, and I can easily sift through them for easy access when people purchase various different designs. And originally I thought it was going to be just for me in terms of storage, but I ended up using it for display as well when people were shopping, and it made it easy for them to just flip through the designs, pick what they wanted, and then we're good to go. And then for my prints, I like to put them in clear sleeves when I put them on display. That way they are protected, and then I don't have to worry about damaging the product as well, since I often end up using clips and tape and things like that to display them. My BTS postcards were a little bit smaller than the cellulose bags that I have, so I'm just taping them in place so that you can't tell that they're the wrong size. Then I got an exciting shipment in. My sticker sheets came in. So I have these My Hero Academia sticker sheets, and I made them a long time ago when they were, and I was selling them individually, but now they're on a sticker sheet. And then of course the BTS ones that I was working on earlier. And I also wanted to put my larger prints into the clear bags as well, so that they were ready to be hung and displayed at the convention when I got there. And yeah, then they were ready to be put up. Then I also wanted to show off these little divider folders that I got. I don't remember where they're from. They're from an Asian stationery store, but basically it's just an easier way for me to organize all of my prints, and so I can grab them whenever someone purchases a design. And lastly, I wanted to show off how I do the packaging on my acrylic charms here. So I really want to be as minimal and efficient as possible when it comes to packaging, because I just find it really wasteful when it's a little bit too extra, in my opinion. So I went ahead and bought colored paper. That way I only needed to use black and grayscale ink from my printer. And so here I am using a just steel knife and box cutter to cut the sizes out here. I don't have a paper trimmer. And then I use a bone folder to kind of score where I need it to be folded, and also just to make the crease a little bit more precise. And from there, I just cut them into the sizes that I need, which I've created in the document, little lines. And then I just use the little plastic baggies that the charms come in from the manufacturer. Again, I just don't want to be wasteful, so I just use what they came in, and then I just staple them into place, and voila. It's like super simple, really minimal, and I don't have to use too many extra materials. After a 6-hour train ride, I was in Montreal again, and I unfortunately did not get any footage of our first day at the convention, but I will say, for those of you who were there, you know, the major phone provider went down all day, and we also lost the Interact, like debit card transaction ability as well that day. But despite those things, it actually was still really, really good considering, and we treated ourselves to this incredible dinner. Then thankfully for day 2, all of the kind of hiccups were resolved and we were able to make sales normally, and this was our booth. I think it turned out very cute. I was tabling with my friend Alicia, aka Tall and Quirky, and as a tradition, after conventions, we like getting this poutine and getting some drinks and hanging out at the park. And it's something that we've been doing for years, and it felt so good to be able to do it again, since it had been so long since we were together and did a convention, and the vibes were immaculate. And then all of a sudden, day 3, the last day. Honestly, the weekend flew by. I wish I was able to get more footage of the actual convention, but honestly, it was so busy and I, really wanted to be able to have my full attention to everyone that came by the booth. And I will say that there were some incredible cosplays and everyone was so friendly, and I think I can easily say that it was my most successful convention ever. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, before I knew it, the weekend was over and I had to say goodbye to sweet little Reese. She is just the absolute cutest.
Hello, I am back in Toronto now. I had an absolute blast in Montreal and I wanted to show y'all a little tiny haul of some of the things that I got while I was there. I didn't get the chance to do much shopping, of course, because I was so busy just manning my booth, but I had a couple of people come by and I did a tiny bit of shopping. So first I want to show off this crazy adorable Super Tuna gin sticker that Sparks Art gave me when they came by my table. It's so cute. I'm in love. And then I also got a bunch of washi tape from the washi station. They have been kind of coming by my booth for a number of years now, and so it was really nice to see them. It had been so long. So they do washi tape, but they work with multiple different artists to collaborate with different designs. And so I picked up Vietnamese themed froggy one with the little stamp motif. It's so cute. And then I picked up 2 prints. One is from my Art Mutual Avery. I have been eyeing this print for many years and I finally bit the bullet and got it. It is this incredible Spike Spiegel Cowboy Bebop print. Avery is so amazing. They create such detailed, vibrant environments, so highly recommend checking them out. And then lastly, this is from an artist that I discovered at the con. They were in the same aisle as me. They were just kind of on the end, and they made beautiful, like, fashion, vintage inspired work. And of course, I had to pick up the Sailor Moon one, and the color scheme works so perfectly with the general color palette of my studio. So very excited. I think it actually, when I get a frame for it, I think it can go right here, which will be perfect.
Lastly, I forgot to mention that Sibylline came by my booth, which I was a little bit starstruck. If you happen to see this, I'm sorry. I was so fangirly, but you were so sweet and I'm so honored that you knew who I was and you dropped off these prints. So sweet, so beautiful. Love her work. Absolutely. Check her out if you haven't already.
And I know I have already said this on my Instagram stories and in an Instagram post, but I wanted to reiterate it here. I just want to give a humongous shout out to everyone that I interacted with really at the Montreal Comic-Con. It was just such a lovely way to get back into conventions. It had been my first one in many years, and I honestly wasn't really sure after this year if I was going to continue to do conventions. I just wasn't sure if it was for me anymore, but I really did have an absolute blast. Everyone was so sweet. We had really nice table partners, and it was so amazing to be able to interact with so many of you who have discovered me and watched me on YouTube, which was not something that I had prior to the pandemic when I was doing conventions. So yeah, it was incredible, and I just feel like my heart feels so full. Like, it was just such a sweet and wholesome time. And yeah, that being said, we are at the end of this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed seeing kind of little snippets of a fairly long chunk of time. I really am trying to strike a balance of documenting my life, but also living in the moment and just enjoying it. So anyway, that is it from me, and I want to give a special little shout out to those of you who made it all the way to the end of the video to let me know you made it this far. Should I dye my hair pink or purple? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!